Hey everybody, Here is another side hustle that a lot of people are saying that they cannot pass the test to. This one is Trymyui. So before I go any further, thank you and welcome to the channel. If you are new, please subscribe and hit that bell notification. Sometimes I'll go live, sometimes I'll post a video in Premiere. Make sure you share it with somebody, and thank you for joining. I will post Two Chicks with the Side Hustles YouTube channel and Work From Home Hacker. I will post both of those. Please make sure you subscribe to them as well if you have not done so already. Okay, and so before I get into this one, I just want to say this one I enjoy comparing the two between User Brain and Try My UI. This one, you make a lot more money. Okay, you make a lot more money doing Try My UI. One thing about this particular one is you have to sign a disclosure agreement, a non-disclosure agreement. So I cannot actually do the video live with you like I did with UserBrain, but I'm still going to walk you through how to do it. Okay. So hello everybody. What is it? Thursday today? Whew, happy Thursday. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you go and check out Humanatic. I posted a video on how to pass that test. A lot of people couldn't pass that test. I had one person, actually, they got back to them pretty fast today, and they passed it using those tips. So please go check it out, okay? Okay, so this one is Try My UI, and it is how to apply and pass the test, okay? Okay, so first and foremost, I like to do visual just because sometimes you have some people they have to have the visual, and I just don't want to just say, "Hey, go in there and apply." I want you, "Hey, Miss Georgia Peach, how you doing?" I want you to go in here. I want you to see it for yourself. Like I said, I'm a visual person, so I like to post visuals. So this page might be a little different from other ones, but like I said, I like to be very descriptive, and so if you have any questions, feel free to post it in the chat and I'll answer them, okay? So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to click on Get Paid to Test, okay? Once you click that, it'll take you to here. Become a Try My UI tester, okay? So you're just going to fill out the information, your full name, first and last. Right here, you're going to have to get a PayPal account. A lot of these side hustles are using PayPal accounts. Now, I will I have one PayPal account just for my side hustles. And then I have a PayPal account for other things. So if I want to make purchases online. My goal, and hey Jacqueline, how you doing? So what I want to do is, I had a lot of people inbox me and ask me, and this is kind of off subject, but I just want to mention this. How do you keep track of all those side hustles? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule a live sometime towards the end of this week. And if you're one of those people that have questions about that, I will go live and I'll show you how I track everything, how I schedule everything, and maybe that could help you out. But right now, I'm at 9 side hustles. And like I tell everybody else, come September 1st, the 3 full-time positions that I'm currently doing, I'm dropping them. I don't like clocking in. I don't like dealing with all that. I was working less than 40 hours a week, making 2,000 to 3,000 a month with those side hustles, okay? And so if you want to know how to do that, definitely tune in to that live where I'll show you how I schedule and maximize. So back to this. So you're going to put your first and last name. You're going to put the email address that you're going to use for your PayPal. Make sure that that PayPal is tied to a bank account and has been verified. If it hasn't been tied to a bank account and has been verified, it won't work. Okay, so make sure you do that first. And if you don't have a PayPal, it's okay. All you need to do is create one first. It doesn't have to be like certain amount of days or weeks or months old, just as long as it's verified. Hey T, no problem at all, because like I say, I always tell people, I got you. We can all win. There's a lot of money out here for all of us to get, so why not get it together? Each one teach one, right? Okay, so then you're going to create a password and then you're going to confirm it. And of course, I hate that I'm not a robot. Click the I'm not a robot, right? So then you're in the demographic information. Select your gender, birth year, county of residence, household income, education level completed, employment status, family status, children status, community type, social networks usage, your postal code, and then you're going to select what all devices that you have available for testing. They have a lot of testing on phones, so definitely make sure you click if you have a computer, a phone or a tablet. Make sure you select all that you have available, because I'm going to be honest with you, there's more available on the phone than it is the computer. You are welcome, sis. You are most welcome. So yes, make sure with your devices, you want to make sure if you have a computer, check that. Android, I got an Android and an iPhone. I went ahead and got me a Android so I can cover, because I have a side hustle where they need both Android and iPhone users. So what I do, pay $100 and buy an Android, so I have both of them. Okay. Now, once you submit all the information, they're going to send you a verification link. Okay. So once you get that verification link and you go ahead and verify yourself, you're good to go. So now we're going to get into the guidelines. So what this pretty much is, it's website designers and app designers. They want to know how well you can use their websites and their apps, right? So I know I've dealt with it, and I'm sure at least one or two of you guys have dealt with it too, right? This website sucks. Like, I can't figure out how to get to this particular thing I'm looking for, or I can't figure out how to navigate to get to XYZ, or even apps. This app, I cannot use it because I'm having, XYZ issues with it, right? So you can definitely understand the frustrations with that. So what Trymyui does is they allow those people to come on here to pay us to test. So there is no wrong way that you can do this. So don't think that it's overwhelming. Don't think that you're not going to understand it. They want to know truthfully how you feel. But I will say this. Don't be rude and like curse and say, oh, this shit is bad. I don't, be professional, because although it's a side hustle, you're still your job, right? And the better you rate, the more tests you get. So they rate you on a scale of 1 to 5. When you're in the 4 to 5 star range, you're going to get a lot of notifications for tests. 3 and below, you might not be here much longer. And another thing to note, if you pause anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, you're not talking enough. They want you to say everything that you're feeling out loud, okay? And one amazing thing about this one, like I said in the beginning, Trymyui pays the most. Okay, you can really do good with this one. There's sometimes I can get $200 to $250 a week with these, okay? So, the first thing, you're going to read all instructions out loud. From the moment you start your test, you should read every instruction out loud. Don't read anything in your head. This helps the website owner to know where you are in your test and shows them that you have fully read and understood the directions. So whenever they present you with the task, don't read it in your head, don't read it low, read it out loud and clear, because they're watching these videos that we're making. They want to make sure that you understand and that you're trying to do the navigation of the task that they give you, okay? Then you're going to put yourself in the right mind frame. Every test will begin with the frame of mind you should adopt. For example, Maybe the frame of mind is that you're planning a wedding. Put yourself in that situation and imagine that you'll be thinking about, would it be indoor or outdoors? Do you have a date in mind? How many people would you invite? Would you what kind of color scheme they have? And then note that the website owners want you to understand or want to understand what you would do on their site in a relevant situation. So try to get into the frame of mind. So pretty much they might give you a scenario and say, hey, pretend that you're, like they said, you're planning for your wedding. So put yourself into that frame of mind. Even if you married before, this is just so they can understand when a person sits down and reviews their website, what is it that you're thinking? Because if you're not saying everything out loud, but you're thinking certain things, they're not going to know to maybe update their website and add certain features or remove certain features. Okay? Then you want to perform all the tasks in order. Sometimes they may have a list of 5 different things they want you to do on this one task before you proceed to the next page. You have to perform them in order. So once you read everything out loud, you can stop and say, okay, so the first task is, like, take your time, don't rush through it. They don't want you to give them a 3-minute video. 10 to 15 minutes is about average of what I do. I had one last week that it took me 30 minutes because it was a lot in that one, but they actually paid me double, so I wasn't tripping. But take your time. You must attempt all of the tasks in the test before submitting. Do not jump ahead. Perform each task as it comes up, and when you have completed it, move on to the next one. It is all right to go back to a previous task if you need to recheck or clarify something. So if you accidentally jump from 1 to 3, it's okay, as long as before you go to the next slide, you go back and say, okay, I don't think I did number 2, so let me look at number 2. It's okay, but just make sure you got everything covered before you proceed, because you'll get marked off for that. All right? So if you attempt to perform a task to the best of your ability but cannot figure out how to finish it, or if there is a problem with the website that makes it impossible, state why you can't complete it and then move on. So it may be some tasks that you start off doing and you just can't figure it out. They might ask you to navigate through the website and look for a particular shirt and you can't find it. Well, that's not a ding against you. That's telling them, okay, I have to make this better. I want to make this user friendly so it's easy for the customer to find what they're looking for. So if you can't find something, that's fine. Just say, okay, I tried to look for the shirt and I can't locate it. They'll give you a list to say, I cannot, complete this task. Click that and move on. Don't get discouraged, okay? But make sure, don't just say, oh, I can't find it and move on. I can't find this. I tried looking through. It's just hard to navigate through this website. You're not going to be penalized as long as you try. But don't look for like 5 seconds and say, oh, I didn't see it. Okay. Follow task instructions closely. Before beginning each task, read it carefully to make sure you have understood what is being asked. So if you have to read it twice, that's okay. Read it out loud twice. They'll understand. They might say, hey, maybe we're not asking in the right format for everyone to understand, so let me go in and update the way that, word this task differently. Okay? If the task has multiple parts or steps, make sure to do all of them before clicking to the next task. Quickly scan the task instructions once more to yourself just to make sure that you have addressed all parts of it. So, this is what I do. I'll go through steps 1 through 5. And before I proceed, I say, okay, let me make sure. But say it out loud. Okay, I completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm proceeding to the next slide is what I say. I don't just click it. That way, at every point, they know exactly where I'm at. And I'm telling you, the more you talk, the better. I've probably done well over 300 tests. And I've received 5 stars on all of them. Okay, so if that'll help you understand why I say talk about everything out loud, okay? Always keep talking. Verbalize all your impressions, expectations, and the motivations for your actions. For example, If you see a menu item on the website that you want to click, say what it means to you, what you think it'll do, and why would you click on that one. So, okay, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on sign in, or I'm going to click on sign up. Just, speak it all out loud. Don't just go over there and click on it. Anytime you move something, okay, I'm about to scroll down here and see what's at the bottom. Okay, I've noticed. So say it all out loud. Like I said, you may think you're talking too much, but you're not. Okay? Don't just say something like, this site is confusing, and then move on. Explain why it's confusing to you. Because if you just say it's confusing and don't be descriptive about it, how can they solve the problem? Because if 15 people had this test and everybody's saying it's confusing, but they're not telling the person why, they can't change it. This site is confusing because it's very general. It really doesn't go into detail on and then go into detail what it is, okay? The reason the website owner is running this test is to understand exactly what's going on in your head while you use their site. So just say out loud everything that you're reading, seeing, and thinking. Okay? Pay special attention to little things that could be improved. No problem is too small to mention. The website designers watching your video want to fix every little thing about their site, so even minor annoyances and small details that could be improved are worth bringing up. Remember, the site designers are looking for any negative feedback, so don't be overly positive and act like you love the website if you don't. You won't hurt their feelings, okay? There's times where I've said there's not enough color to this website. If you realize color brings out stuff that makes you look more. So if it's just a black and white website, I'm not feeling that. And I've said that a lot vocally. I don't like this website because there's not enough color to it. It doesn't catch my eye. And so it's hard to navigate and find things because I feel that each menu item should have a different color to draw the attention of the customer, if that makes sense. So, like I said, be very descriptive. You're not hurting their feelings at all. Okay? And then after it, the written post-test survey is very important. Write clearly and concisely and answer the questions as completely as you can, providing examples to support your comments where your comments were relevant. If you do not respond, the post-test written answers, your test will not be accepted. So after you're done rating the website, they're going to give you, and it maybe take a minute or two, and then you go through and you answer the questions and then you submit it. With them, they'll send you an acceptance email. It'll say your video has been accepted. We'll send it to the customer, right? The customer gets back between 1 to 2 days. They'll send you the rating. If they want you to improve, they'll tell you where you need to improve at. And then they'll rate you. The customer rates you and Trymyui will rate you. So you'll actually have 2 different ratings. And so the customer can rate you 5 stars, and sometimes they'll give you great job, I appreciate your honesty, you did XYZ. And then Trymyui will rate you and tell you great job, or you can improve here, good job, blah blah blah, right? So excuse me. So so it seems overwhelming at first, but once you get through maybe 3 or 4 tests, you'll see how the ease comes into you, and so it's just like, oh, okay, this really ain't bad at all. I'm really just pretty much like I'm actually looking for something for myself. I'm just speaking everything out loud, okay? So before I proceed, does anybody have any questions? Excuse me. Need my water. Where's my water? Here it is. And if you can't think of anything right now, that's fine. Excuse me. If you can't think of anything right now, that's fine. You can just post it in the chat later and I'll be happy to answer. Okay. So, like I said, you have to sign a disclosure agreement, a non-disclosure agreement. So I couldn't actually show you the test because I definitely don't want to get sued or anything like that. So I'm just going to show you this video that I created, and it's already pre-recorded. So if you have questions while it's going, just let me know. I'm watching the chat, okay? So I'm going to hit play. Okay, so the fact that
Can you hear it?
Trymyui makes you sign a non-disclosure agreement, and I cannot show you the actual testing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fabricate a video. It's similar to user brain. Um, so I'm going to speak out loud some different scenarios on kind of what they're looking for. And so I'm going to, describe it to you. This is a little better because um, I'll be able to describe to you exactly in between what they're asking for. So once you have your screen, I'm going to use Carvana.com as an example. This is already a live and active website, but for the most part, the websites that you'll review are not active, right? So what they're checking to see is it easy for novice, intermediate, or a master of the internet to navigate through my system, right? So I'm going to start. So for example, when you click on it to start a task, you'll see the main screen of a website. For instance, this one's Carvana. So they're going to say, tell me your first impression of this website without, you can scroll through it, but without clicking on anything. Tell me your first impression. Okay, so my first impression of this website would be it's very colorful. It looks like it has a lot of detail without clicking on anything, that what's available to me. I see a lot of blue. I see a lot of menu options to click on. Okay, and so then just giving them that basics, you'll go on to the next task. So the next task may give you an example on, you are playing a scenario. I want you to pretend like you're going to buy a car. Check to see how easy this process is. Okay, and so, okay, I'll go up here to search for cars. That was easy to find because I want to just get right down to the nitty gritty. So I'm going to click on search cars. Okay, so make sure that when you're talking, um, you don't want to have a pause no more than 3 to 5 seconds. If you pause for 5 seconds, you're not talking enough. Okay, so anyway, back to the task. Okay, so be very open about it. Put yourself in that character. So pretend that you're looking for a vehicle. If you're looking for a vehicle, that's great. Your favorite color, the pricing that you're looking for, the style of car. So I'm going to just say I want a red car because I like red. And so I'm looking for something that is good mileage wise, easy on gas. And so I'm going to say I'm going to try this Chevrolet Spark. So I'm going to click over here on the Chevrolet Spark. It's 15,990, 36,000 miles. Is a 2019. Okay, so it gives you the mileage, it gives you the price, it gives you the year of the car, and it's a LS hatchback 4D. Okay, so down here, that's pretty good. It says spin to explore, so I can left click hold and rotate this vehicle. Okay, and kind of see what's going on. Okay, now let's scroll down. Okay, hold up. I see, what is this over here? So I'm going to click over here. Okay, it just maximizes the screen option. So then I'm going to click down and it says vehicle details, price details, and 150 point inspection. Okay, so that's pretty good. It gives you the vehicle details. It tells you the basic information and the features about it. Okay, so I'm going to say that I'm going to pick this particular car. So I'm going to scroll down, price details, pay once, 17,443, free shipping. So that's for the tax, title, and registration. So that's good information too. That I get to see how much my tax, title, and registration is up front. So I know exactly what to bring. So all I need is $17,443, or estimated value, paying $277 to $340 monthly, depending on your credit, of course. Okay, so that's cool. So then I can go and say that I've completed that task because I pretended to shop for a vehicle, which you don't say pretend in the actual task. You'll just navigate through, pretend to find a vehicle, and then go from there, right? Okay. So then the next task may be, so once you've located the vehicle that you want, see how easy it is to start the purchasing process. Okay, so then you're like, okay, let's see here. I think I want this vehicle. Let me scroll through here and see, is there any way that I could possibly purchase online? So I'm going to click on get started. Okay, so it's asking you to create an account. Um, so I'm going to say Jane Doe, Doe, and then Jane Doe at gmail.com. Okay. Number is 816-555-1212. Zip code is 66113. Well, hold on, let me do this one. Oops. And then password. Okay. Let me do that again. Make sure I remember that password. Create my account. So it's already in use. So let me go ahead and put this there. Okay. Create my account. And you're still talking through this whole process. I'm not going to save that. So you're still talking through this whole process. Okay, so now start your purchase. We'll reserve your car. We'll hold your car for 40 minutes while you give us your information. You'll need to upload your driver's license to verify your identity. Choose delivery or pickup. Get it delivered or choose to pick up at a car vending machine. So we're not going to go through that because most of the time they want you to stop until you get to a point like this anyway. So once you enter in the information, it shows you quickly, great choice. It let me know that it's going to hold my vehicle for 40 minutes while I upload the information that's needed, and I can choose to deliver it or pick it up. So that's amazing. So I completed that task there. Okay. So now you'll go to the next task. So it may ask you, how do you feel about this site overall? Be very descriptive. If you didn't like it, be honest. If you did like it, be honest, but explain why. For example, I liked this website because it was very colorful. It was easy to navigate through. I found the particular car that I was looking for without any issues, and I was able to get to the purchasing section. Or I did not like this website because it was just way too colorful. I don't feel like you need all that. Yeah, it was easy to navigate through, but I felt it could have gave me more detail about the car. Just however you feel about it. Be honest. Don't curse. Even though it says be honest, don't say, this website was trash. It was shit. Don't do that. Definitely be professional because although it is a side hustle, it's still, a side hustle job. So you want to keep coming. They rate you. They rate you on the task that you complete. So you want to stay up there in that 5-star range because if you rate it at 3 or below, you more than likely not going to get tasks coming to you, or they might just close your account. So stay in that 4 to 5 range, okay? And so this right here was just kind of an example. Like I said, I can't record the screen and do the test for this one because you have a non-disclosure agreement and I don't want to violate that, okay? So if you have any questions on how to do any more of the testing, anything that I haven't shown you, let me know. Other than that, have a great day. Please remember to like, share. Okay, so I'm going to pause that there. The only reason why I ended it on that is because I was just going to post the video without going live. But if you guys had any questions about it, I wanted to make sure that I was available to answer it live, okay? So like I said before, Trymyui pays anywhere between $10 to $15 for their test, okay? And it was one time I did like 10 in a week, and they were like $15 ones. So you can definitely make a lot of money with side hustles. These side hustles are amazing to keep. Hey Kenny, how you doing? Nice to see you join us today. But you can make a lot of money with Trymyui and user brain alone. With Try My, they'll send you an email notification. User brain, they don't do that. So you have to check your computer or check the app on your phone for them. Okay. But Try My will email you till the cows come home. But when you see it available, do it. The only difference between Try My and User Brain is User Brain, you'll 9 times out of 10 qualify for the test. Try might have some where you might have to be have a certain type of profession or whatever. So, oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. So I'll be honest with you, a couple of them, I said, yes, I qualified and I did it, and they gave me 5-star rating. But I'm not telling you to do that. But just because I got some experience on, what they're looking for, I made them extra coins, right? Hey, she is love. But definitely get this. I don't care if you have 15 full-time jobs. This is some extra cash. And the way I go with my side hustle PayPal, I don't cash out if it's less than 1,000, right? So I have all my side hustles going into that. When I cash out at 1,000, I put it in savings and start over. So if I'm at 500 on that PayPal, I don't cash it out until I get to 1,000. But that don't have to be the goal that you have. That's just the goal that I have. So definitely take into consideration, if you have not done this one or any of the other ones that I've did, try them out. Who don't need extra money? Who don't want extra money? And doing all 9 side hustles, I do in less than 40 hours a week. So I'm not even working all day to get the money. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, I think I just rather do side hustles, and I'm good with that. I have a 10th one that I'm kind of in a works on doing it, but I'm not going to bring it to you guys until I can maximize it and get it real good, okay? So does anybody have any questions about Try My, or any suggestions on another side hustle video that you would like to see? Yes, Jess, add it. I'm telling you. No problem at all. No problem at all. Like I said, y'all might maximize it and do more than what I do. You know what I'm saying? So definitely good to have. Kenny, you should get this one too. Speaking of you, do you maximize Respondology yet? Have you touched it? Because if not, they've been having a lot of stuff coming through, and I've been popping away. Respondology is another one that I'll do. That one is state specific, so everybody won't be able to apply for it. No, I got off work, ran to the bank, and came and did this. So I'm going to do it right after this, and then I'm going to work on my intro. But I thank you for making that for me. So I'm going to go back through and watch the video and kind of get it together. But I thank you for that. You're welcome, Jacqueline. And so if there is no questions, I say again, please like the live, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and share to somebody. Like I said, it's enough for all of us to be out here eating, okay? Let's all eat together and chill, okay? And so I will see y'all at the next video. Okay, Kitty, don't neglect them now. That's a good one to keep. You better take some time and mess with them. Yes, please do. She is love. And if you have any additional questions, like I said, just put it in the comments. I get it automatically and I'll respond. I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and